I didn't care for most of it.
Same. Honestly, it
And I
wasn't
did not love
memorable.
the outfits. Oh my god. Not this again.
I like that.
You're
I
doing too
like,
much.
I like the outfits.
Let the ball begin. Legendary, legendary. I really wanna be.
We are back with another ball. This week's ball, I'm here with Danny. As usual, we're going to be talking about the Plastic Fantastic Ball. What do you think of this whole theme? I'm here for it.
Michael living for it because I was like plastic fantastic realness. I'm here for the ball. This episode had me gagged and gooped, and especially nobody went out.
I like that. I was wondering at the beginning of the season, they're like, okay, we have 2 extra teams than we're used to. Fine, so it's a longer season. But I'm like, normally with a show like Legendary that's gotten such rave reviews by everyone, HBO would have extended it because the more episodes you have, the more money you make from it. So I'm like,
Right.
I get it. There has to be an episode where no one goes home. And I'm happy
Right.
that it was this episode, the Money Ball. Even though there's one team, I feel like it's time for them to get the boot.
Oh, that's interesting because I already got a team that hasn't been in the top, so they need to get the chop.
I think I know what you're
Bro.
talking about, but I like them, so I don't want them to go. We'll talk about
Oh,
it a
you
little
know.
bit later. Yeah,
Oh, you
I
know,
definitely know
you
who you're
know.
talking about.
You
All right.
know.
So, Plastic Fantastic. Let's talk about the judges' outfits a little bit. Law came out first. What are your thoughts? Because I have a...
Okay, with Law, I was like, the wig, this little blonde wig moment he had, just wasn't it for me.
I
And
literally
it
wrote
wasn't.
down, I don't see Plastic Fantastic for Law's outfit. And secondly, that wig was a choice. This
Mama.
blonde Barbie and Ken looking wig, I don't know why this black man TLC needed to do that.
I was
'Cause
like,
it's
you
just
coming
not
over
it for me.
here looking crazy. And then there was another house that pulled the look off 10 times better than you did. Like, so.
You know, Jamila's outfit. Now, what do you think of Jamila? Because at this point, it's like she's a creature of habit. I will never see her in a different hairstyle because that's the same. I don't know if it's a wig she has on, if it's her real hair,
Yeah, if it's
whatever.
like,
but
but it's always
what
styled the same.
Forever. Like if you watch her in movies, sitcoms, on the show, her hair has never changed. I'm getting a little. I'm kind of okay with it because I've had like the same hairstyle for 10 years before I changed my hairstyle like a few years ago. But her, even the way she dresses, it's a bit monotonous. It's the same thing over and over. It's a big poofy dress. It's a cocktail dress.
My God.
Nothing is different about anything that she wears. This is the color of the dress.
Y'all out there, please let me know if y'all didn't get the same vibes from last season with her in the fairy tale ball, because this is the exact same damn dress. The exact same damn thing.
Even the green dress she wore the other day, it's the same thing, just in red. The dresses are the same, and it's becoming a little too repetitive for me. I just want to see more variety from her. I know she's not, we're not, well, you know what? It's a TV show. I'm judging everybody, so she can
Period. Period. Granted, I know I got the yellow hat on, but this is my signature look, okay?
I'm glad that you made sure to let people know. Just like Jamila, you have a look.
That part, okay. But I can switch it up.
Megan, I like Megan's look. Megan looked really nice. It wasn't like anything I've not seen before. It wasn't over the top, but it fit her well and she looked cute.
Yeah, she looked. It was cute. You get what I'm saying? Like it was, it was cute for what it was. I thought it could have been better. I thought that it could have been elevated in some type of way, shape, or form. But it
It
was
always
cute.
could be elevated, to be honest. And I just feel like they're so casual with everything
Yeah.
they do to the point where everything's a short skirt. It's a short this, it's a that. If you want to make it elevated and look like you're a judge, look grand, then make it into something more. Give it volume. Give it drama.
Give it shape. Give me stunts. You get what I'm saying? Like, because I just expect as a panel of judges, especially in the ballroom scene, if y'all want to be out here giving tens and chops, you need to look like a 10 all the time. You can't be clocked. And my whole thing is with that, like, Meg, like you have your good moments and then you have your bad moments.
Very
like,
very that. She has her moments when it's like I'm blown away, and then sometimes I'm like, you could have stayed home. But talking about people who need to elevate their looks a little bit, my queen mother Laomi, I love her to death, but it's always the top half looks great, and
Yeah.
the bottom half looks a little basic for me.
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah,
that.
I agree. I agree.
Because
Like,
even today, I'm like, up from the waist up, I'm like, I love this. But then it's just a
impeccable.
leotard at the bottom, and I'm like, if she had made the bottom into like chaps that was not pants but a skirt, it would have made the look more elevated.
That would have been cute. Yeah, like just elevation is my thing for the panel of judges. Like elevate yourselves and your looks when you're presenting and coming out and serving but she served that walk when she walked out. I give her that.
Oh,
Like she lets you know she is the Wonder Woman of the ballroom scene.
She is like, she's amazing. You can't take that away from Leomi.
Oh, can't clock that.
The guest judge came out like she looked better than everybody else, basically.
Oh.
And it was a little disappointing to me because Amaya Scott is coming on into your house, and you're gonna let some visitor outdo you.
Michael, when I tell you, Amaya, girl, you did that. Okay? Like the face alone can carry that. The garment she was wearing, which was heavenly, that face launches 1,000 shits. Like that.
She really is a beautiful
So
person. The cheekbones, everything amazing. Can't deny it. She was the best dressed for me. Best dress overall, the entire night.
Ate him up.
Now,
I did not stop looking at her. Stunning.
this week they had like 3 categories, which is a lot to pack into an hour's worth of TV. We had, let me just get this right because I don't want to miss anything.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Deshaun looked amazing, always does.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
one of his more laid back looks, but he still looked
He needs to be a
bomb.
judge.
Deshaun was like, there's going to be 3 categories with a total cash prize of $30,000.
That's right.
That's a lot of money. That's literally the same amount of money that the Australian queens are getting if they win. Minus a few $100s when you think about converting, money
Right.
and stuff.
And I was happy because did I not say last week I need a money ball?
Yes, and we got the first one, and I was not disappointed. I will say that. Deshaun also really reveals that no one will be eliminated tonight, which is also really cool. Let's see what else happened. It was the same. It was cool that no one's going to be sent home, but at the same time, I had the same reaction as Megan. I'm like, boo. I like when people go home. I wanted someone to go home.
I'm not gonna lie. I said boo too because there was a house that I said and I was ready to get the chop.
And they might have gotten the chop this week if it wasn't for the save because it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, unfortunately. But I like him. I like him a lot. I think they can do better. So no one went home. The house with the most money at the end becomes Superior House, which I think is very fair. Balenciaga, they got an advantage last week for winning the Superior House title. And so later on in the episode, we learn what that advantage is. And I'll let you guys know if you haven't watched it yet.
Baby. That
I feel like the advantage was, no, You're doing too much. I don't think the advantage was even necessary because I think they would have still carried without the advantage.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. But baby,
category
they
number
was
one.
on a lifeline.
You know what? You will not come for Balenciaga on this holy sacred day. Okay? I will not stand for it. Now, the category number one, the houses will perform together embodying one toy that I guess they identify with and they want to bring to life, focusing mostly on floor performance. The first house that did this was Miyake-Mugler. Now, what do you think of their performance and everything?
Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I first seen them talk about how they want to make everything so light and joyful in the performance, it was cute, but it brought me back to the Power Rangers.
Really?
It brought me back to their first presentation as a house of them looking
I didn't
like
get
Power
that.
Rangers.
I really didn't
it was like
clock that.
It was like Power Rangers meets Sailor Moon. That's what it was.
Sailor Moon maybe. Power Rangers. Oh boy.
That's
They're
what
gonna be in the comments saying
me.
like, "Why are you mad?"
No, I like this house. We all know I like Miyake-Mugler. Now, in terms of the looks, that's what it was giving me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's just what it was giving. Oh my God, I sound like Wall. But, jeez. But with that being said, the performance was cute. It was a cute performance, but I thought that they could have highlighted a lot more floor work than what they did. It was too much personality. Not saying that's a bad thing, but it was just like that was the main focus versus the floor performance being the main focus.
I liked the outfits. I thought it was really nice. I got what they were going for. They got the critique last week saying that you guys are a little too cold and, reserved, and that's not nice. That's not cute. The judges didn't like that. They came this week and they're like, you know what? We're going to show you that we are fun. They even had this whole little scene when they're like having a pool party and everyone's laughing and everything. I'm like, that's not even what we're used to from these people. So they're really trying hard to change the narrative that they're not some stuck-up, queens, and they're actually real down-to-earth people, so that us as fans can see more likability within them.
Right.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
The
Makes
performance, exactly. The performance was very fun. I enjoyed it. I felt like I did get, floor performance from them. There was nothing bad about it. The only thing I didn't love was that the father of the house came out towards the end and didn't really do anything. And I'm used to him doing so much more that when he came out and did nothing, I was like, why I don't identify with this.
Yeah, I agree. It could have been it could have been executed a lot better. They have certain choices. Ever since their performance with the small thing, with the 7 deadly sins, they served. They served. But after that, it was like you saw them in the Pop-Tart ball, and they had made the weird choice to do that. Then they made another weird choice to have the father come out at the end. I don't know. Like, they just make weird choices. The performance,
they make weird choices, but you can't deny the fact that they're really good. Like, they're great performers.
They're performers. They will perform the house down boots. And just again, in my personal opinion, they were pushing so hard on the personality department and the likability. It kind of dimmed down the floor performance for me, because I was like, I get that you're trying to portray something, So that's
I see what you're saying, but
yeah.
Siri always jumping into my business when I'm not talking.
Siri, stop being a nosy bitch. Sick of her.
I liked it overall. What do you think of the next team, Comme des Garçons?
If it wasn't obvious, they was a chop.
Whoa, Comme des Garçons was a chop for you.
They are
why?
lucky.
I can't believe you. Like, why you don't like him? What did they do?
Michael, you saw what they did. you saw what they did, and it wasn't much. I get Transformers, right? I get the vibe of y'all wanted to be a car and Transformers, but everything was the same pace throughout the performance. It was just one note. There wasn't a moment. I agree with the judge. The judge was like, it started off strong, which it did, because it was sickening. But then it was the same thing. There was no highlighted moments, no nothing. And it wasn't giving me much.
All right. I agree. The start of the performance was pretty good. They were in the shape of a bike. I got it. The Transformers theme, very evident. The outfits, very good. After they disassembled the bike, it was trash after that point. Trash. Complete trash. Tonka could barely get up off the floor. He was slipping. They looked uncoordinated. The floor performance was sloppy. When they say use Tonka, don't use him to be flipping around on the freaking floor, because that's not.
And just be rolling.
That's not what you need to. You need they have a lot of talent on the team. Do they know how to use it properly? I don't know about that. So they were one of the worst performances for me.
No, they were the worst.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Nah, you know me. I got no full time. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It was the worst performance of the night, and honestly, again, due to the fact that there was no elimination this episode.
Oh, they're lucky. They're super lucky. But I mean, if they had to go into the bottom, maybe they have a really good, Voger that could save them.
Hopefully. I mean, granted, this was a house I seen at the beginning in my top 4, and they're almost there. I kind of
still see them in my top 4. I kind of still see them there. But next week, my mind might be changed. If they don't come correct next week, then they deserve to go. But I'm still rooting for them.
Yeah. We were rooting for you. We were all
rooting for you.
How dare you?
All right, Tyra. Now, the next house is the house that was the superior house like 2 weeks in a row, and the best house, and my favorite brand, and just everything that's good about the world. Balenciaga. Finish.
Who said that?
Oh, God. All right. Balenciaga is up next. First of all, I love the idea that they were Balenci dolls, I think they said.
Yeah, Balenci dolls.
So they were giving you pinup dolls. It was really cool. It hit the nail on the head for making a toy come to life. It was giving you plastic fantastic. The outfits were to me, the outfits they had were the best outfits of the entire night. No one looked better, in my opinion. My opinion. It's my opinion! Okay.
Okay.
Now,
they were one of the best dresses.
Outfits were amazing. I love the concept. Honey wasn't there. And they didn't mention anything. They didn't say Honey's still grieving. At this point, did Honey just leave the competition?
No, I think Honey will be back next week. I think that just in the time of like COVID and traveling, I think they probably had Honey, quarantining before jumping back into the show. I'm going to make that assumption because, when you're gone for a certain amount of time, you have to quarantine. I know they're very on it with the procedures of how they operate in the mall, the way they're going to film. So
I agree, because all of them are staying at a hotel just to make sure that the bubble is safe.
Yeah.
I'm a little pissed because I'm going to say that later on down the road for why I wanted Honey there. But Honey wasn't in this performance. The performance did not suffer at all. Shannon stepped up last week. Megan was yapping her gum about Shannon not doing enough. Shannon was all over the stage performing, and we were getting a lot of theatrics. I love the choreography. It was fire. The concept was fire. The outfits were fire. I thoroughly enjoyed this performance. This was one of the best performances of the night for me.
Yeah, it was so good. It was they looked impeccable. They looked better than Law. Okay, Law, what you thought you
That's
did.
what Law was trying to give. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I'm giving very much." No, you was giving underneath. They were giving the look. So I applaud them on that because they stepped it up from last week because I was disappointed in their looks. They looked like little funguses last week. No shade.
It's funny because I don't remember which team it was talking to the designer, and I could see the looks that Balenciaga wore in the background. I'm like, don't put those looks up on display. Like, get rid of that shit.
Yeah, just
That's not it.
Throw it away. Don't look back. Just throw it away.
I feel like they had a good concept. It's just the designer didn't really give what it needed to give. You know,
Johnny. You know, I mean,
he normally does a really great job.
Yeah, but I heard some people say some things. But yeah, no.
Is it something we can talk about here, or are we going to talk about this later? Because I want to know.
Well, I don't want to talk about it here. I mean, I remember seeing some comments, people saying that Johnny makes tacky stuff. Like, it is Johnny Wu-Jack.
Oh, so. I think I saw some people comment that on the last few videos. Maybe,
See, I was like...
He's a costume designer, so costumes sometimes are tacky. It's not supposed to be high fashion.
What he threw on Balenciaga, it was clear. It was like there was a taste issue. But
they recovered this week. Yeah.
That being said, they blew me away this week. It was just amazing. I love the way Shannon was just in the she was just all giving me like pose, but moving. It was just the performance overall. And then the little toy car that they had was so cute. Like,
it was really fun.
Car.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to drive it. I never had one as a kid. Like, growing up, I wanted one so bad. Yeah.
All right, the next house is your favorite house, so I'll give you the opportunity to introduce them.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winners of season 2 of Legendary. Tisci, duh. This house.
I know about all that.
This house.
All right.
The main they stamp alongside Balenciaga. They're the only house that has been consistently performing at a high level. So let me ask you this: what did you think about their concept? What did you think about their looks and their performance overall?
I will say that this week they were freaking amazing. The choreography was next level. There was dancing straight throughout. They didn't rely too much on a concept. And it was floor performance, hands down. I was really impressed. I will give them that. They had the best choreography, in my opinion. And some of the hardest choreography. And now everyone else has choreography, but sometimes other teams use little concepts and gimmicks to, offset having to do too much. But this was a pure dance number, and they gave what the category called for, floor performance. And their outfits, I wasn't that impressed by the outfits. However, I will say it was perfect for what it was supposed to give.
Exactly. Like when I first seen the outfits, I was like, it makes sense. I got Toy Story, and I love it. Anybody knows me knows I love Toy Story. So the army.
I never got the whole fascination with everyone being obsessed with Toy Story. I liked Toy Story. Did I love it?
Oh.
I don't know about all that.
Well, Michael, I will say this to you. You got a friend in me.
I love the songs. I know all the songs as a kid growing up, but I just never thought, it was just never my favorite. I even had all the toys. My parents got me all the toys thinking like I was going to be into this thing. And I was like, yeah. It's
no. Listen, anybody out there loves Toy Story like me? I love Toy Story, right? If you know me, I love it. But with this, with the outfits, I get exactly where you're coming from, but it worked for what the theme was, and their choreography again was knowing that they're dancers, which I said this from the beginning, because they're gonna pull out the tricks and stunts later. I knew that. I knew it, and this house constantly is trying to top themselves, which I'm a little bit worried about because next week I don't want them to drop the ball because they've been performing at such a high level that...
I mean, they're going to be getting advantage next week, so let's hope they use it wisely. And as you're right, when you keep going up and up and up and doing better and better and better, there's sometimes when you get to the top of the ladder, there's only down to go. Let's hope they don't fall. That's all I can say.
Let's really hope, because like Stanley's highlighted solo was so thick.
All right, they were hyping that up. I didn't think it was that big.
Oh,
of a deal.
it was.
His highlighted solo was really good, but I wasn't like, oh stunning. My god, I have a heart attack. It was so good, it killed me. I didn't get all of that.
Cat Got My Tongue. It was stunning. It done snatched me up. It was stunning. Tisci, like y'all. I already said y'all gonna be the winners. Stamp that in.
Snaps for TC. Snaps for them. Nina or Richie, what do you think of them?
Didn't we just talk about? I'm gonna laugh. Didn't we just talk about how we think Gillette is the mother of the house, and Gillette
said it last week. Yeah,
she is the glue of the house. They even were speaking to Gillette the whole entire time after the performance. I'm like,
Jamari doesn't.
Like, is he
I feel like he's the father because he's probably the eldest and someone who's been in the game the longest.
Right.
But like as a father figure, I don't know if the house respects him like that. I don't think he has that command of the house, which is weird. Even in the performances when they choreograph it, Gillette is always a ringleader, and he's just following. At this point,
just follow suit. It's
just give up the fatherdom to Gillette.
Right, and Gillette was basically the main point of the choreography, and
I didn't love the choreography. I didn't love it at all. It wasn't horrible. They were doing floor performances, but I was so bored. And some of the times they were doing the spins on the floors, I'm like, that's messy. That's not synchronized. That needs work. That's not tight. I didn't care for most of it.
Same, honestly.
And I did not love the outfits. Oh my God. Not this again.
I like that.
You're doing too much.
I like the outfits, Michael. I thought they looked cute. It's just that the performance wasn't memorable. I just remember what they were wearing. I just was like, oh, this is a cute outfit. I was bored watching it.
The makeup was good and the hair was good for being like, puppets, but the outfits were just ugly. To me. I know that puppets do wear that type of outfit, but I'm just looking for, even if you get a category that the type of thing you're supposed to be portraying, they normally look ugly. I want you to elevate it to the point where I see it and I'm like, I would rock that. I didn't get that.
Okay. I would have snatched the outfits real fast.
They were like one of the worst ones for me. They were up there with
well, they were down there. They were down there. They were y'all was like this, but I will say this. They edged Comme des Garçons out just a little bit because of their looks. Because I like their looks. They edged them out just a little bit, but overall the performance was boring. You get what I'm saying? And with there only being 5 houses left, y'all need
there's not a lot of room to like hide,
Yeah.
When it was like 10 of them, you could probably mess up and then be like, at least that guy did worse than me. That one did worse than me. Now it's like, if you're bad, you're bad.
And then they had such a good performance last week. So this just goes to show you, it don't matter if you're up here, you can fall down that fast. That quick.
Very that.
Hi-ya.
Now we have a second category of the night, which is European runway as a unit, and this is worth $5,000. Now, I love a cash prize. That money motivates me.
Bring me the money, honey. I was
now,
ready.
It's like 2 rounds for this. Round 1, you have 2 to 3 members of the house perform a routine. It has to be synchronized.
Yep.
And it's either get 10s to move on to round 2 or you get a chop and you just leave.
Yeah.
Now, let me just run through this real quick and I'll just ask you what you thought of the different performances.
Okay, I'm gonna give them a chop or a 10.
All right. So we have Malik and Father Otaro from Mugler. What do you think? Chop or 10? Interesting, because Megan and Leomi chopped them.
It was
All right, next we have Egypt, Tonka, and Stassi from Comme des Garçons. What do you think? You chopped them too?
Hiya.
Yeah, they were really bad. So Jamila, Megan, and Leomi chopped them as well.
They were out of sync.
They were not in sync at all. Tonka was all over the place. The mother was all over the place.
Yeah, I was like,
All three of them were doing something different.
could have executed way better, in my opinion.
Yeah. Cha-Cha and Mother Shannon from Balenciaga. Now, you can give a chop or not. What do you think?
I didn't say anything.
No, I'm just saying. I'm giving you the
I'm messing
floor.
with you, Mike. I'm
just
messing with you. But no. So they had an advantage, and
what do you think? Chop or tens? I want your opinion.
From my opinion, it was simple. It was a simple, clean-cut walk, and I'm going to give them a 10.
If you felt they deserve it, it wouldn't have mattered because they were safe.
Listen. I'm gonna say it threw them a lifeline though, and I'm gonna explain why. Because I didn't know there was one person walking at the end of the battle. Because I feel like had Shannon had a walk with what's the other person, Cha-Cha, I believe, if they had a walk together, they probably would not have succeeded or thrived as well. Because always
that wasn't the challenge. That wasn't the challenge. Oh well.
I'm just saying.
I'm very defensive over them. All right. Next up, we had who are we on? Yes, Mother Gia and Dro and Stanley from Tisci. What do you think? Chops or 10?
10s. And I know I'm not trying to be biased. They were clean in their walk. But
you don't have to explain yourself to nobody. It's how you feel.
You're right. Fuck y'all. I don't know. Y'all don't know me. But no.
It's a 10 or a chop.
Nah, a 10. But Mother was walking a little too fast for me. So I
saw them and I was like, they were a little off.
Yeah.
And if I was being very nitpicky, it would have been a chop.
Yeah.
But overall, it was fine.
Yeah.
Next, we have Karma and Gillette from Orici. What do you think?
Karma and Gillette from Dorici. I'm gonna chop you. I'm gonna give it a chop.
Interesting. You would chop them. Okay. I think
because I don't remember it. It's not like
they got 10s, but I didn't think they were synchronized at all.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So that was weird for me. I'm like, the judges saw 10s from that. All right. Anyways, so far, Mugler is chopped. Comme des Garçons is chopped. And we have Balenciaga, Tisci, and Orici left. Round 2. Now, this European Runway Showdown is one member of each team. And the first person to come up is Cha-Cha from Aga. And she goes up against Gillette from Orici. Who should have stayed?
Oh, Cha-Cha was eating on that walk. Like, Gillette was eating too. But Cha-Cha...
Gillette had nothing. Anyways, Gillette went. Cha-Cha stayed.
Cha-Cha got my vote.
All right, Cha-Cha advances. Now it's Cha-Cha from Aga versus Gia Tisci from the Tiscis, you know.
Gia tried to pull a little stunt by you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That was interesting. At first I was like, because I was like, yeah, I slay. I was like, it kind of dimmed down your performance for me because
you're focused on the gag and you're not walking the way you're supposed to walk. So Gia got chopped. I agree with that. I agree with the chop. I agree that Balenciaga deserved this win. Granted, they did that. You get your $5,000, honey. I mean, as they should. Cha-Cha wins $5,000 for the House of Aga. Love that for them. Now we're in the final category. This is where $10,000. This is a lot of money these people are winning. Now this cash prize is $10,000. They have to do a duck walk. I would never, if I was in a house, I would have never volunteered to do this one. Oh, Khalik said it too. Khalik was like, I'm a tall man, and tall man should not be duck walking. My legs are long. I have a bad back. I have a bad knee. I'd be like, I can't do none of that. I'm gonna do what Simone said and be on the wall and try to learn duck walk because that's really gonna help. Good advice. It's not easy. So first up, we have Mugler, and they have 3 people representing them. They have Tati, Prince, and Diego. And we learned, you told me this, I think, last week. Mm-hmm. Prince was a part of Vogue Evolution with Deshaun and Laomi. So we expect a lot from Prince, you know? Yes, he was. But he hasn't really been highlighted much. Yeah, he hasn't until that battle. Which it was him versus Simone. He went up. He was the only person to duck walk against Simone. But because Simone battled all the way. Yes.
Yeah. But overall, I gave them a 10. They ate that. They ate that.
Actually, no. He didn't.
He didn't balance it?
No. So they get 10s. I agree with that. They did really well. Garcon had Savion and Milan. Did you think they deserved their 10s?
Yes, absolutely. They deserved it. It was
I agree.
so bad. It was fab.
The next team. You want to talk about the next team?
Who was next?
Aga. Aga went up to Duck Walk with Jupiter and Malik, and they got a chop. And they deserved it. They deserved it.
They were so out of sync. It was like they were going on different timings, trying to pop up.
I didn't like the idea that they had the floaties on them. It just took away from. They looked too casual. It looked really weird. I didn't understand that choice at all.
I felt like
they were not good.
They weren't.
Let's just say
they weren't. They should have did what Shannon and Cha-Cha did. They should have kept it simple, got their 10s, and let one of them go up in battle. It would have saved them. It would have definitely saved them.
I think so. You can tell that no one on the team wanted to do it, and it was just like one of those throwaway things where they're like, it's $10,000, but none of us are really comfortable or confident in duck walking. So if
now had Honey been there, that would have.
That's why I was mad.
Situation.
That's why earlier I said I wish Honey was there, because if Honey was there, they would have definitely advanced.
Oh, they would have snatched that category. They would have snatched it up. They would have snatched it up. Honey would have, someone. They would have snatched that up, which is unfortunate. And I know they probably thought that to themselves, but.
Oh yeah, they're probably kicking themselves like, "Damn it, man! If Honey was here today." But next up was Tisci, and they had Trey and Simone. They got their 10s. What do you think? Deserved it or not?
Well deserved. I thought it was
Arichi, Father Amari, Alora, and Remy Ma. 10s are now.
10s. It was fab. It was they were so
it.
It was
so
fab.
Only Balenciaga was chopped from this category. So round 2, we have Amari Arichi versus Simone Tisci. First, they both did amazingly to me.
Yeah,
but
they did.
I feel like Simone did edge out Amari.
Oh wow! I gave it to Amari.
Amari was doing the little jumps and the little, little leprechaun hops, whatever those are called. No, sorry, y'all. I don't know the correct terminology for that. However, I did think Simone was a little bit more graceful and intentional in her movements. I agree with what the judges did. Simone won that round.
I would have gave it to Amari though. I think Amari is a fierce competitor in this competition, so I would have given it to him.
You are really writing for this Amari person. I like that.
Oh
nice.
My God! I'm telling you, we gonna get there at the end.
Simone was going against Milan from Garcon. After that, they didn't even compete, in my opinion. Simone swept them off the floor.
Yes, Simone.
Simone stays again. And the last battle was Simone versus Miyake-Mugler.
Oh,
and
you sure it was Tati?
Yeah, I do think it was Tati. It was not Prince. I know how Prince looks.
Prince? Oh, that's weird. No. Probably Tati.
Simone wins $10,000 for her house, and it's rightfully so. I feel like Simone was the better duck walker out of everyone. What do you think? Because you seem like you don't agree with any of that.
I mean, you said that.
Who should have won? Who should have won?
Like I said, I gave my first vote to Amari, and with the
somebody dying.
It was like I gave my first vote to Amari, and I in my opinions, I thought Miyake-Mugler probably would have had it, or Ricci would have had it, in my opinion. But congrats to Tisci. You've been out there.
They did a good job.
Yeah.
Now we're at the end. They call out all the house parents to see who's at the top and the bottom and all of that. Let's go through, because initially when they did the whole performance as a house, the judges held their scores. They did not tell who got 10s, 2s, or 1s.
Yeah.
And at the end, now is when we find out who was first, second, and third, down to the 5th.
Yeah.
Fifth place, the judges gave that to... Where they at?
I'll say it for you.
Say it.
Comme des garçons.
Yes, Comme des Garçons. Oh, there they are. They got 34 points, which is horrible. Horrible. They got 34 points, and I agree. I feel like they should have been in fifth.
I gave them
after
6.
them, I would have given them a 5.
Work.
And it's not even being harsh. It's just like, y'all, the look was good and the first 20 seconds was good and everything was bad. Nina Orichi was 4th place with 39 points, which is 5 over Comme des Garçons. They're still pretty bad. I would have given Orichi a 6 or a 7. I would have given him a 7. A 7 would be cute.
Same, I gave him a 7. That's why I said they edged them out just slightly a little bit.
It was very close with those two. They both almost equally sucked.
I would love to see that battle, though. Ooh, that would have been so sick.
Who would have won, though?
Orichi. Orichi would have.
And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the individual capabilities of everyone on Comme des Garçons. Yeah. I know there's Tonka. I know there's Tisci.
Yeah.
Who else can really vogue great? I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't think they would have. If there was a battle, I'm telling you, Orichi would have slid their way. I'm telling you, Orichi gonna sneak their way into the top 3. Like they gonna sneak their way in there. I'm telling you.
They could, but personally, I'm ready for them to go. I just don't have a connection to them yet. As a viewer, I'm not connected to them. 3rd place was Miyake-Mugler with 46 points. I think it's very fair. They did pretty well throughout the entire competition, and I would have given them an 8. Yeah,
I give him an 8. Like I said, in my opinion, it was a lot of personality pushing to the point where I believe that they lost focus of the floor performance. It was just a lot.
For the first place and second place, this was so close that only 1 point separated the two.
I was gagged.
And you want to talk about the one who got 48 points at second place?
Okay. We all know Michael's favorite house is Aga. Now, Michael, I'm going to say this, and this is true tea. They both equally should have gotten 50 points perfect. I
think they should have both gotten 10s.
And let Miss Scott decide who was going to be Superior House. In all honesty, I thought that they both had perfect scores. I thought it was just a little weird that they edged them out by 1 point. I thought they were the top 2 houses of the night.
I totally think so. You can tell that on Shannon's face. She was like, it could go either way or it's going to be a tie because they both did so amazingly.
Yeah.
Aga got 48 points. They are the second, second in command. Tisci got 49 points. Even then, I'm like, who gave Tisci? Oh, wait.
Yeah, I wish they revealed the judges' scores. Like, I wish I had the paper.
Yeah, I wish I had seen who gave exactly what score because I'm like, who gave them a 9 instead of a 10? And who gave... Because either 2 people gave Balenciaga 9s instead of 10s, or 1 person gave them an 8 instead of a 10. But either way,
I doubt that.
Who are these people giving 9s when it's clearly 10s across the board?
Yeah.
Like what else were you expecting to see that you didn't see?
And you know what? I feel like they purposely didn't show because they don't want the judges to get backlash. You know what I mean? Or be attacked because of the scoring and the way the scoring went. Which, in my opinion, it should have been 50-50 across the board, and Miss Scott should have picked. Now, I really got to see where her head was at, But granted, the Superior House, of course, was Tisci, duh.
Yeah. I'm not mad at them because they were really good and they deserve their flowers. They deserve their win.
And their money.
Like in total, they got $25,000 because the house that gets the highest score gets $15,000. And Simone won them $10,000 before that. So out of $30,000, it's so funny because out of $30,000 available, only the top two houses got any cut
the
out
money.
of it.
which just goes to show you these two houses deserve to be at that final top two.
If they're not at the finale together, then it's rigged.
Please
They're the two
mistake
best
me
houses.
if I'm wrong, Michael, but they are the only houses to win Superior House.
The only ones. The only
Twice.
ones that I can... Yes, Tisci has won it twice, Balenciaga's won it twice, and outside of those two, who else won it? It's been 5 episodes, so they are the only two houses competing at this point.
And they're right now they're like neck and neck. Right now they're like neck and neck. But I have a strong hunch in my gut now that Tisci's going to win. With Gia crying after the performance, I have a feeling. So we're gonna see. Now, do you remember last season how they made the super houses when they joined up? And so whoever gets chopped in that episode, hopefully we get like, some villains coming in like they did in that Super Bowl, and then we get to see the houses team up. How sick would it be if Balenciaga and Tisci teamed up and made a
if
big
Balenciaga and Tisci
house
teamed up, then no one can beat them. They're freaking amazing on their own. Together, they're unstoppable.
Baby. Now,
first of all, you have two of the prettiest girls in the competition in these houses, Simone and Shannon. And then you have some of the most sickening performers in the competition on these things.
Stanley, Trey, like you have all these amazing people. Now it would be the gag because remember this is TV. If they end up in the bottom two together,
it's TV, but I don't think it's produced like how Drag Race is produced, where they're always trying to just do some dumb shit for the sake of ratings. I feel like they're really trying to just make the best houses go advance, Yeah. So I'm not worried about that. But next week we're gonna have the OVA ball, which just means extraness and exaggeratedness and fabulousness, I believe. I don't know. So can't wait for that.
I'm excited. I'm so living for this season, and I'm living for some of these houses. With that being said,
some of these houses. All right, 2 things I'm going to ask you in closing this out. Who should go home next week, and who should win the entire competition?
I think Balenciaga should go home next week. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. Those are fighting words. He's ready to fight. Like, no, I believe obviously Carmen de Garçon should go next week. I feel like them or Ricci, but I feel like Ricci has the capability of getting through to the top 3 because of the likability of that house and the way they love Gillette. So I feel like Carmen de Garçon has to go. The winners are Tisci. Duh.
All right. I guess I'll give you guys my 2 cents. Orichi can kick rocks next week. And Balenciaga is winning this entire thing. And that's the end of the conversation. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. I am looking to get to 5,000 subscribers in the next few months. Y'all need to make this happen. If you're coming here every week to watch my videos, click the freaking subscribe. Why not? Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Comment your favorite house, who you think is going home, who you think is winning. Follow Danny. He's hilarious. His information is always on the screen. Until next week, bye. Hey beautiful humans, I have so much more content. Come on, watch my shit.